Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to pick the stone that calls to you, the one that matches with your intuition, and we'll begin. All right, for those of you who chose this blue stone, we have the Sun. That's your major arcana. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords. So the Sun, a lot of times, is about joy. However, look at these cards surrounding. You know, the Sun can also be about approval, shining on you with approval, good fortune. I am wondering about that because we have the Four of Swords here, which would suggest a retreat. A lot of times the Four of Swords comes up when we do need to retreat from our worries, from overwork, from anything that could worsen our health, our mental health. So sometimes the Four of Swords shows up to remind us that we should take good care of ourselves and to retreat from something is really all right. The Seven of Swords, that's a hidden agenda. You know what I see? I see the swords here that this person has put up on the wall, and they're just not going to worry about it. It's a retreat. They're not going to argue. Maybe they're not even going to plan. They're not going to overthink anything. They're in retreat. Those swords are like they're here too. I almost wonder if this is about retreating as part of your own personal plan, having more privacy, keeping some thoughts to yourself. Retreat may bring you some good fortune. I'm thinking regarding the pandemic. So that could be about that. For others of you, this is a different kind of reading. The Seven of Swords could be about a hidden agenda or somebody wanting to take more than their fair share, get away with something. That could be about something happening around you or even your hidden agenda. But I don't see it creating a lot of trouble with this Sun card. You know, sometimes that card comes up, that Seven of Swords, is when nothing is amiss. It's just somebody is choosing not to share everything that's going on with them right now. Somebody's choosing to keep their plans close and not really divulge them to others. This might be a time where you do feel like you've got something that is sort of secret, and it's okay though. It's sometimes we want to keep our plans secret or our goals secret because sharing them would ruin it. In any case, you do have the sun shining upon you. So that's really nice. Good idea to take good care of yourself this week. You don't have to get anybody's permission. This just may be a private plan that you have. All right. For those of you who chose the purple and white stone, we have the Devil reversed. We have the High Priestess, and we have the Eight of Swords. So the Devil is reversed here. How interesting. Now the High Priestess is about your intuition. It's a strong card. It's saying you seem to have intuition about, right? You seem to have intuition about those things that are important, maybe even hard to put in words. You just get things. You just understand things. Sometimes you don't know why you know this, but you know it. You have insight into how people are operating right now, what's motivating them. You have insight into yourself and what motivates you and what's going on in your subconscious. So the High Priestess is a wonderful card. The Devil reversed, now all the Devil is something, we're probably overthinking something. Maybe we're overdoing something. um, we feel a little tied to something, and not in a good way, but it's reversed. I almost think that you have a choice here. I almost think that means that your high priestess, you could go with your intuition, which is good, rather than overthinking something, rather than trying to figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. You could simply go with your intuition, and then you could feel a lot more free. Whatever it is, we have two cards where the individuals feel like they're tied to something. Neither of them have them tied to anything. Like, look at this one. These chains around the neck are loose. And look at this one. There is these bonds are loose and can be wiggled out of. So neither of them truly are tied to anything. Neither of them are really trapped in anything, but there's that sense of that, the feeling of that. I think your intuition will say different. I think your intuition will show you that you do have choices, and you have made choices, and if you had to do it all over again, you'd make these same choices. So these are your choices. They're not anything you're trapped in. And I think your intuition is probably giving you a sense of how things are going to go. A lot of times we don't have the exact answers about how it's going to go, but our sense of it deep down is correct. So I think you're encouraged to get in touch with your intuition. Don't let thoughts make you feel like you're trapped, because you are not trapped. And if there's some things, some plans you've decided you have to take care of before you can move forward onto the next thing, well, then that's a choice. That's a choice. And I think it's a choice that's wise based on your intuition. So you're not trapped in it. It's a choice. Sometimes just remembering that can really help us. Just remembering this is the life we've built, and there are many things about it that serve us just fine. For those of you, who chose the labradorite, this multicolored stone, we have the Justice card, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Three of Wands. So if there's been something that's been unfair to you, that is going to be remedied, is what I'm seeing here. Because the Nine of Cups is your wish card. The Three of Wands is sort of waiting for your ship to come in. So it may not happen immediately, but justice is at work behind the scenes. Or you could be very actively expecting justice, talking about what's fair, asking or even demanding what's fair. Because this Lady Justice has a sword, so she does speak. And she is not afraid to say it. The law is the law. What's right is what's right. So I think that this is your wish card. In other words, there will be a sense of satisfaction. Something will turn out in a way that it should. That's kind of nice. Sometimes we wonder why unfair things happen, but it is true that probably just as often fair and just things happen. So I like this reading. You've put effort in to something that will pay off. It will be what you want, and it will feel fair. That's a great reading. Okay. For those of you who chose this brownstone, we have the Six of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Coins. No major arcana, so probably not a big deal, but you've got some nice cards. You're victorious in the way you're balancing things. Now, this is balancing two sources of security. So work and home, home and work, health and money, whatever. You're balancing it. You're keeping your balance. Could be balancing the practical needs of two different people, two different priorities. But boy, you're doing it, even though it might feel challenging at times. And not only are you doing that, you're making a good impression while you do it, and you're victorious at it. So I think this is really nice. I think, they're not major arcana, so it might not be huge, but I'm thinking the energy is you're able to accomplish all you need to accomplish. And yeah, that's admired. This, for some people, this is about different people in this reading. And this can be a suitor. This can be somebody bringing you a good message, or somebody bringing you a compliment, making you feel good about yourself. I say that because the Six of Wands is that too, in a way. People are applauding you. People are saying, good job. So there can be that too, which is awfully nice. You're very capable. You're very capable. And you are holding it together. You're mastering your situation. It may not always feel like that with this Two of Coins, because see, there's turbulence in the background. He's got to stay nimble on his feet to keep everything going right, so it may not feel like that, but you are definitely mastering it, and you're recognized as mastering it. So these are good cards. All right, well, I hope you have a wonderful day and have a good 4th of July, but I will talk to you that day too. Thank you. Bye-bye.